How's it going, guys? I am back in Fallout 4, and this time I'm at Murkwater construction site. And what I'm actually going to be doing with this settlement is I'm going to build a fishing community, I guess. That's kind of my idea for how this place is going to end up. And so, um, with like the swampy feel of this settlement, I'm going to go ahead and build some tree houses. And so, right off the bat, I definitely got this idea from Fallout 4. Literally, if you go to Murkwater and then you go like towards the glowing sea from Murkwater, you go kind of a little farther towards the edge of the map, past Murkwater, and then just keep walking towards the glowing sea. You'll find a very, very similar structure. It looks, I mean, a lot like this structure. I just kind of made my own version of the one that they have there. And so I kind of tried to just I really wanted to implement this build like into the or implement this into the like environment itself. So uh right here there's this log going across the water. So I saw that the stairs kind of lined up next to it, and I just put a shack bridge, the one that doesn't have the supports, right on the edge so that it kind of looks like it's on top of the log in the water, so that it kind of makes it look like that's part of the bridge. And then right here, I'm just trying to figure out how exactly I wanted this bridge to get out of the water. And so right here, I'm just looking at the path exactly, and then I'm moving the place anywhere tool. I'm just trying to make sure that this all is smooth and works properly. So now this is me trying to figure out how I'm going to, because I want to have a way to get on the roof. If you find the structure that's in the game, it has a ladder that or well, a set of stairs that leads up to the roof of the build, and I wanted to do something like that, but a little bit nicer. So I built stairs up to the edge, and then to kind of fill in, I decided that I would use these planks. And so, right here, I'm just filling in the gaps around the boards in the middle. How there's the one piece. If you have a USO unlocked, that's where you get this piece that I put on there at first with the hole cut out. That's from USO. Just so everybody knows now, I'll get that out of the way. So I'm sure that someone will ask that question if I didn't tell you guys. If you have unlocked settlement objects downloaded, that's one of the objects that you can get in that mod. And then I just used the planks from USO, and I placed them on the sides of the hole that's cut out of that, so that it's a little tighter around the middle. And then trying to figure out how I want to support this build, because as of right now it's just sitting on a tree. I just decided that I would put some supports out from the tree because, again, like the build that's in the game, they have supports hanging off of the tree, and I think that it looks like a reasonable way to support the tree. And also, I'm going to be doing another video for tree houses. I'm going to be doing another tree house because I think that they look really cool, and I want to have multiple. But yeah, you can see right here, I'm just placing these down, and I think that I get them all in the right position. I'm just trying to make it where the top of the wooden beam, or the wooden beam across the top, slightly goes into the actual tree itself, and then so do angled pieces. I want those to go in a little bit. And then right here, I had to move it because I wanted to see the angle that I had this at, that I was building it. And it overhangs a little bit, but that's not that big of a deal. You can see that that works out that way. And now onto the roof. So I wanted to have a walkway up here. And so first I placed down a plank and then another plank, but it kind of glitches, well, snaps down to the stairs. And so now I gotta find my place anywhere tool. I forget where I leave it half the time. For some reason in this settlement, more than ever, I forget where I leave the place anywhere tool. It's ridiculous. And so right there, I just place it to where it's kind of next to the other board. And I'm just trying to make it as flat as I can. So you guys will notice I keep moving it back into, or I kept moving it back into that board, and I move it down until it clips. And it shows the texture from the first board that's there. And then I just walk forward a little bit so that it doesn't actually move the angle up and down. And then I step on it just to make sure that it's flat. I kind of like walk from one board to the other. And then I do the same thing with this third board. And so with this one, I just flip it around so that I can get a better distance on it, but it really doesn't work. So I just place it down. And then I just go ahead and I grab this and I place it right next to the other two, and you can see it's kind of building a little walkway. And if you look at it from the side, it's kind of floating, and I go ahead and I fix that too here in a minute. If you have the mod Custom Vanilla Assets, it's a great mod. I use it a lot in this settlement, not in this build specifically, but the next set of tree houses I used it, and then not in that video after I recorded the video, because it's recorded already. I already built the second set of treehouse, or the second treehouse, but it's just not in this video. It won't be out till Friday. I'm sorry. But what I end up doing is just placing a lot of organic stuff, bushes and stuff, just trying to make it look a little bit more interesting. And right here, I didn't like the angled roof, so I placed the flat one. And then this is kind of a pain. So I finally have a use for this roof right here. Never had a use for it ever before in Fallout. And this is the time that I finally have a use for this roof. So I pick it up, and then boom, fits right in. I just make sure that it's lined up with this roof right here that I'm standing on. And you can see, boom, fits right in. Now the only thing that I need to do is kind of fill in that gap on the other side of that tree. And to do that is I go and I grab one of these metal roofs. And like I said, if you don't have CVA, probably download it. It's really good. It adds these quarter piece roofs, adds planks that you can get that are at different angles. These roofs you can get at different angles too. It adds quarter piece floors that come at different angles. I use that in my guard tower at Croup Manor, the angled floor bits, and then I use the quarter roofs in this build right here, and it's really useful. And I use it for decorations later. So there's tons of useful things in that mod. I used it at Croup Manor as well. In the final tour, you can see me show you guys my like Minuteman monument thing with the flag and the statue and everything. All those plants and stuff come from CVA. I think I said that whenever I was doing that tour, but in case you guys weren't listening, maybe you missed it, whatever, didn't watch that video, CVA, Custom Vanilla Assets. It's a really, really good mod. Highly suggest everyone try it out. But to fill in the gaps, USO has these sweet floor panels in the metals tab. If you go to the USO integrated menu, structures, wood and metal, go to metal, and then all the way on the right, there are floor panels that you can pick up. And I just go ahead and I put these around where the tree comes out of the roof, just to kind of like close off this area a little bit so there's not like a huge hole in the roof. You know, I'm just trying to make a nice house, even though it's a tree house. You can see they fill in the gaps pretty decently. And I can't decide if I want this floor panel to be above or below that other floor panel that I just placed, or the one on this left side that's actually part of the roof. I place it down, and I realize that there's a huge gap there on the right of this, so I kind of angled it a little bit, you know, so I can fill in as much of this gap as I can, and then I get that, and I think that that looks all good. A lot of that gap is filled up. Now it's mainly just walls and stuff that I gotta worry about, so grab the half wall, and then I fill in this gap on this sweet end cap. For this one right here, I like it because it's flat on the front side, and then the sides fill the whole, use a whole half wall. So that's a really cool roof, or well, end cap, or whatever. And the roof's also flat on top. If you're trying to build on top of it, it can be useful. And then I just try to mix up the textures and stuff. And then over on this side, I add a window. So whoever's up here has got a sweet view on this side of what will eventually be a fishing area, I guess. They could technically fish out of that window, but it's whatever. And I don't do the window I'm doing right now. I just realized that. I end up deleting this, and I replace it. You guys can kind of see, and I saw this, and I was like, how does this fit? And I realized that it does fit. That one also would fit, but whatever. So I picked this one because it's got the beam in the middle. I pick this up, and I place it in, and I realize that putting it that high is going to be pretty dumb to have a window that high up. So what's the point? So I end up placing it there. Grab this half wall. Grab the place anywhere tool. And I went ahead and I placed that up on top. So now I've got that beam in the middle, essentially. And it's a thicker wall on the outside. It looks a little bit more interesting compared to what I was building before. But here's the finished tour here in a second. And yeah, you can see I finished the walkway. I didn't show that in the video. All it was shack bridges, some planks, a piece of plywood, some cinder blocks and stuff. Not that much plywood used in this build. Literally only that one piece right there is actual plywood that I use. A lot of planks, but that's okay. But yeah, I really like the way that this looks. I really like this settlement. I'm really excited to continue building here. Yeah, but if you guys have any ideas for this settlement, definitely let me know. My theme, I'm thinking like fisherman settlement. A lot of people that live off of the surrounding swamp and stuff, and the water, animals, mirelurk, whatever, you know. So let me know what you guys think of that idea. And then let me know if you guys have any ideas for stuff like that. I'm probably going to be doing another treehouse. Or I'm for sure going to be doing another treehouse. So that'll be the next video you guys see. That should be out on Friday. Unless I find something to put there. Other than that, which I don't know what I would. So, and very simple decoration in this. I just put some furniture down, table with some cooking stuff, plates, empty plates, little kitchen items, you know. And I have the pipes on the outside, so the exhaust isn't going in the house. They got a refrigerator, which really isn't that useful. But, you know, whatever. And then on the roof, I didn't add anything. There's nothing up here. I didn't know exactly what to add. Thought about adding some stuff, but I didn't instead because I was like, I don't know if I want to build off of this to other parts, so I'm just going to leave this. So yeah, like I said, let me know what you guys think of this build. Let me know if there's anything else that you guys would like to see here at Murkwater. And yeah, thank you guys for all the support and everything. I'm glad that you guys liked my Croup Manor build, and I hope you guys enjoyed the full tour of everything. But thank you guys so much for watching, and have a good one.